Hello everyone, how are you doing? I hope all of you are doing well. My name is Amaldev PJ and I'll be dealing with 2 hours in this paper, Communication Skills in English. I hope all the other teachers have already introduced themselves and have spoken to you. So without much further delay, I'll delve into what we will be discussing this semester. So communication is something that I have been always very excited about, because I have always believed that it is through effective communication that better human relationships and more efficient and more productive things can be done. Many of the time, a lot of the conflicts within human communities actually happen because of poor communication and poor communication skills, especially in the global scenario where English has become the common language of human transaction in professional areas, in educational sectors. Communication in English has become more and more important. So this paper's intention is to equip you with better communication skills in English, develop self-confidence in you to speak in English at various scenarios. So you will be involving in many activities which will actually help you communicate better and understand your weak points where your communication is slightly lagging behind, and dust it up, update it, and eventually become effective communicators. So I personally will be having 2 hours in which I may be discussing some general principles of communication, some general theoretical concepts of communication, and also we will be having a lot of practical sessions of communication, because whatever theoretical perspectives that we learn from, unless we take up some initiative and we initiate conversations and we initiate communicative exercises, we are not going to learn the language, and also we are not going to develop that communicative intelligence. That is what I'd like to call it, communicative intelligence. I'll begin from that point. What can be called communicative intelligence? Some people decide to use the term communicative competence, but I personally prefer the term communicative intelligence. What can be that? That is, there are many ways of communicating things, many modes of communicating things, but beyond all that, there is a way in which you need to understand the context of communication initially so that you can design your communication that way. Now, this is an online virtual classroom that I am dealing with. So I identify this context and then design my communication. I talk to you in a particular way. My choice of words would be different. My expressions could be different. So this is not the way in which I talk at home. I may sit very casually at home and talk in my mother tongue and also use very colloquial expressions. I may not bother about the slang that I use. My regional slang could be something that may not be that easily understandable to you. So, but when it comes to an online virtual classroom, the way in which I communicate ideas is slightly different. Not slightly different, very different actually. So communication context matters. So awareness of this communication context is very important in any form of communication. If you are aware to what context your ideas are being catered to through your communication, you can design your communication very effectively. Now, in a classroom, a teacher is expected to present their ideas very clearly and coherently. If the teacher decides that he will present it as abstractly as one can, it will be as confounding or confusing enough to the students. For example, if I decide to speak this way, today, the subtle nuances of communication, which would be interpreted as the combinations of the hierarchies of verbal and non-verbal activities, which would be dissected further to analyze them and reach at further conclusions and elaborations and elucidate their functionings in everyday life, would be discussed. Now, what just happened? I need to be considerate of my audience here. Now, all these terms and all the phrases and sentences that I just spoke actually make sense, but the comprehension would be so difficult to you. It would take so much time to unravel the meaning of each word, connect them, and find out what I intended. So this is not effective communication. This might actually show my skill at vocabulary, show my skill at using the language very craftily, but this is not effective communication. Effective communication understands the context of communication, also caters to the recipient of communication. I understand that I have a batch of students in front of me and I have an understanding of their understanding level, and I might have some ideas about what kind of language will be more enjoyable to them, what kind of language will be more easy to understand for them, and I will design my communication that way. So this is something that I prefer to call communicative intelligence. So when you go talk to a teacher, there is a certain way in which you talk, right? This is actually very relative. If the kind of bonding that you have between the teacher is very cordial, you may speak very differently. But if you find the teacher to be a slightly disciplinarian figure, the way in which you talk to the teacher would be entirely different. So all these are relative, but again, there is a common consensus regarding communicative intelligence which might be very helpful to you. For example, if you are asked to present a seminar in the class, you might have to structure your ideas very clearly and in a proper order rather than voicing out your casual thoughts. And also, when you are asked to write an academic document for an assignment or something, you do not use very casual language. You use slightly more nuanced kind of language. So this is again about the context of communication and communication intelligence. So let us be intelligent communicators. First of all, let us think about the context of communication, and also let us be considerate towards the recipient or the people at the receiving end. So make sure that your intention is to convey an idea as effectively as possible rather than confusing them. So whenever you're communicating, think of your listener and think how to make it as easy and as comfortable for your listener to understand. We will delve further into the details of communication and effectiveness of communication in the coming video. For the time being, think how communicatively intelligent you are, and if you have any comments, post it in the comment section in the Google Classroom. Thank you.